Many people believe waking up several times a night to use the bathroom is just a normal part of getting older. But what if I told you that this very habit silently steals years from your health? Research shows that seniors who struggle with broken sleep due to nighttime urination face higher risks of memory decline, heart problems, and dangerous fatigue during the day. You may think it is harmless, but each interrupted night quietly weakens your body in ways you might not see until it is too late. The truth is, frequent trips to the bathroom after midnight are not always about age or illness. In many cases, it comes down to simple choices: what you drink, when you drink it, and how your body reacts after 60. And here is the hopeful news. Just one small cup prepared the right way before bed can calm your bladder, reduce those false urges, and help you sleep through the night without interruption. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what this bedtime drink is, how it works inside your body, and why thousands of older adults are already finding relief without medication or complicated routines. By the end of this video, you will know a simple method you can try tonight. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from and what time is it right now? Leave a comment below. I can't wait to see your answers. And if you enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button. If not, just give it a like. It really helps this channel grow. Why? Nighttime urination becomes more common after 60. As the years pass, the body quietly shifts in ways that many people never notice until sleep begins to suffer. One key change is the natural decline of a hormone called vasopressin, which normally tells the kidneys to slow down urine production while you rest. Once vasopressin levels drop after 60, the kidneys keep working at their daytime pace, producing more urine overnight. This simple shift is enough to disturb sleep, pushing the bladder to interrupt rest sooner than expected. At the same time, the bladder itself becomes more reactive. In younger adults, it could easily hold 400 to 500 milliliters of fluid before sending a strong message to the brain. But as sensitivity increases with age, even 150 milliliters, less than half a glass, can trigger the urge to wake. The brain interprets that signal as urgent, pulling you out of much-needed deep sleep even when the bladder is far from full. Other medical factors often make the situation worse. Diabetes raises the volume of urine, high blood pressure requires medications that push fluid through the kidneys faster, and common diuretics amplify the problem. Even pills for heart health, though important, can quietly influence how much urine your body produces after dark. For many older adults, this mix of natural changes and medical treatments creates nights that feel broken and exhausting. Take Joe, a retired mechanic in Texas, who assumed his nightly trips to the bathroom were simply age catching up. He carried his fatigue like a quiet burden, not realizing the true cause was his kidneys working harder due to low vasopressin. Or consider Anjali, a grandmother in Mumbai, who thought waking 3 times each night was just normal. She worried she was drinking too much water when in reality her bladder nerves were sending false alarms. Stories like theirs remind us that nighttime urination is not just bad luck or a punishment of age. It is a direct result of predictable body changes, and that means it can be managed. By understanding these shifts, you can make small, thoughtful adjustments, spacing out fluids earlier in the day, asking your doctor about medication timing, and building evening habits that respect the body's rhythm. These steps return a sense of control, proving that even past 60 restful nights are still within reach. Common mistakes that make you wake up many times at night. One of the most overlooked reasons older adults wake up repeatedly at night is the simple habit of drinking too much liquid after dinner. A tall glass of water, a warm cup of milk, or even a soothing herbal tea taken after 7 p.m. may feel comforting, but for an aging bladder, these drinks often mean an overfilled reservoir during the very hours the body wants rest. Soups, though, light and nourishing, carry the same risk because their high water content forces the kidneys to keep working long past bedtime. For many seniors, this constant flow is enough to trigger 2 or 3 bathroom trips before sunrise, leaving mornings heavy with fatigue. Another subtle mistake is the just in case bathroom visit before sleep. At first, it seems logical: empty the bladder completely and avoid being disturbed. But when you do this night after night, the bladder begins to learn a false signal. It starts to send urgency messages when it is only partially filled, tricking the brain into waking even for small amounts. Over time, this habit rewires the body's natural rhythm, making the urge feel stronger and more frequent than it truly is. Even food choices at night can quietly disrupt your rest. Many older adults enjoy light, watery meals such as vegetable soups, watermelon slices, or cucumber salads after dinner, thinking they are gentle on digestion. Yet, these foods are packed with water and natural acids, which can irritate the bladder lining and increase nighttime trips. Raw tomatoes, especially common in salads, are particularly troublesome because their acidity heightens bladder sensitivity in ways older bodies often cannot ignore. Medications, though essential for health, can also play a role. Pills for high blood pressure, diabetes, or even bone health are often prescribed at night, and most require a full glass of water to swallow. This extra liquid, combined with the natural diuretic effect of some drugs, fills the bladder at the worst possible time. Many seniors take their medicine right before bed, simply out of routine, not realizing that adjusting the schedule with a doctor's guidance could make their nights far more peaceful. Consider the experience of Margaret, a retired teacher in Florida. She loved drinking a small glass of orange juice around 9 o'clock each night, believing the vitamin C would keep her strong. But that habit brought 2 bathroom trips before dawn, leaving her mornings dull and foggy. Across the globe in Delhi, Ravi, a grandfather of 4, made a similar mistake by ending his day with a fresh cucumber and tomato salad. Though light and refreshing, the water and acidity kept him awake with repeated urges. Both felt it was simply old age until they made small but meaningful changes. Margaret shifted her juice to lunchtime, and Ravi moved his salad to the early afternoon. Within a week, both were sleeping longer, stretches, waking up rested, and realizing that age alone was not the enemy, it was the timing of their choices. These stories carry a hopeful lesson. Nighttime urination may feel inevitable, but often it is shaped by habits you can gently adjust. With awareness and small corrections, your nights can once again belong to you, bringing the deep rest your body still remembers. The role of one special cup before bed. Many older adults believe the only way to control nighttime urination is to stop drinking water completely in the evening. While the thought makes sense on the surface, the truth is more balanced and much less restrictive. The body still needs hydration, especially in later years when dehydration can quickly lead to dizziness, confusion, or even falls. The key is not to avoid liquids entirely, but to choose the right kind of drink in the right amount at the right time. By making that small shift, you can stay hydrated without overwhelming your bladder and disturbing your sleep. This is where one warm cup prepared with gentle, natural ingredients plays its role. Instead of filling the stomach with heavy fluids or irritants, a carefully chosen bedtime drink helps the body unwind. Warmth itself relaxes muscles, eases tension in the bladder, and signals the nervous system that it is safe to rest. Ingredients like calming herbs or spices reduce mild inflammation, soothe the lining of the bladder, and can even support hormonal balance that regulates urine production during the night. In this way, the right drink works with your body instead of against it, offering both comfort and quiet strength. When compared to cold beverages, the difference becomes clear. A chilled glass of water taken from the refrigerator may feel refreshing at first, but in an aging body, it can shock the bladder. Cold temperature causes muscles to tighten, making the bladder more sensitive and more likely to send false alarms while you sleep. By contrast, a warm drink feels gentle, allowing the bladder to remain calm, digestion to flow more smoothly, and the brain to stay settled. This contrast is why so many doctors and health coaches now encourage warm liquids in the evening rather than cold ones. The real power of this habit comes alive in personal stories. William, a 72-year-old retired postal worker from Chicago, spent years waking up twice every night. He tried cutting water completely, but that left him dehydrated and dizzy during the day. Finally, his doctor suggested a single warm herbal cup before bed, made with ingredients he already had in his kitchen. Within 1 week, William was sleeping 6 full hours without interruption, something he thought was lost forever. He said the change felt like gaining back a piece of his independence, no longer stumbling in the dark, no longer fearing the bathroom floor at 2 in the morning. Stories like William's remind us that age does not have to steal peace from our nights. With the right choices, even something as simple as one warm cup can bring rest, dignity, and a renewed sense of control. And that gentle reminder can make all the difference. Safe ingredients you can use for your bedtime cup. 1. Garlic is often seen only as a cooking spice, yet it carries powerful properties that go far beyond flavor. Inside each clove is a compound called allicin, which has been shown to reduce mild inflammation and improve blood circulation. For older adults, this means that a warm drink with a touch of garlic can help calm the bladder lining, relax tight muscles, and reduce the false signals that often wake you up at night. Garlic also supports the immune system, which becomes more vulnerable with age. Imagine preparing a small warm cup with just a bit of crushed garlic, gentle enough to drink, yet strong enough to help your body rest. Margaret in Ohio once shared how adding garlic to her evening drink gave her 2 extra hours of uninterrupted sleep within a week. She described it not as medicine, but as comfort in a cup, something that felt natural and safe. 2. Turmeric. The bright golden spice, familiar in Indian kitchens and increasingly common in American health stores, is another powerful ally. Its active compound curcumin is a natural anti-inflammatory that eases pain in joints and supports bladder health at the same time. Many older adults suffer from arthritis or stiffness that makes nights uncomfortable, forcing them to shift constantly in bed. A warm turmeric drink not only soothes the bladder but also calms those aches, allowing the body to settle more easily into sleep. In one small study, seniors who drank turmeric milk in the evening reported fewer nighttime awakenings and improved morning energy. Anjali in Mumbai found that her turmeric cup helped her wake up less frequently while also easing her knee pain enough to enjoy morning walks again. The beauty of turmeric is that it works gently supporting the whole body without harsh side effects. 3. Cinnamon is often linked to baking and holiday flavors, yet it carries quiet benefits that matter deeply in later years. One of its most important effects is stabilizing blood sugar, which is especially valuable for older adults living with diabetes. Fluctuating blood sugar during the night often leads to more urine production and extra trips to the bathroom. A small amount of cinnamon in a warm bedtime cup can reduce those swings, giving the kidneys and bladder a calmer night. For someone in their 70s managing both sleep problems and diabetes, cinnamon is more than a spice, it is a steadying hand. Robert, a retired teacher from Michigan, started adding a pinch of cinnamon to his evening tea and soon noticed he was waking only once instead of 3 times a night. His doctor confirmed his blood sugar levels were steadier, and Robert himself felt he had regained part of his independence. 4. Ginger, with its warm and slightly spicy taste, has been trusted for centuries in both Eastern and Western traditions. For older adults, it offers 3 quiet gifts: better circulation, a calmer stomach, and reduced pressure on the kidneys. When blood flows more freely, muscles, including those in the bladder, stay relaxed. A warm ginger drink before bed also eases digestion, preventing bloating or discomfort that can press against the bladder and trigger false urges. Many seniors in America brew ginger tea for colds, but few realize it can also reduce nighttime urination. In Delhi, Ravi discovered this after trying a cup of ginger water instead of his usual late-night salad. He reported not only sleeping longer, but also waking with more energy and fewer stomach issues. Ginger's warmth feels like a gentle blanket, from the inside reassuring and steady, especially on cool nights. Now, let us bring these ingredients together into one practical recipe. The goal is not to overwhelm the body with strong flavors, but to create a warm, balanced drink that calms rather than excites. Begin with a cup of warm water or milk, whichever your body tolerates better. Add a small slice of ginger, 1 lightly crushed clove of garlic, a pinch of turmeric powder, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Let it simmer gently for a few minutes, allowing the flavors to blend, then sip it slowly about 1 hour before bed. This cup is not heavy, not irritating, and carries a soothing warmth that signals to the body it is time to rest. For those who prefer lighter flavors, you can use only 1 or 2 ingredients at first and gradually add more as your taste adjusts. William, a 71-year-old from Chicago, tried this blend after years of restless nights. He admitted he was skeptical, at first worried it would taste too strong. But after 3 nights of sipping it slowly, he noticed he was sleeping almost 6 hours without waking. He said the drink became part of his evening ritual, replacing his old habit of cold milk at 9 o'clock. The difference, he explained, was not just in fewer bathroom trips, but in how calm his mind felt as he drifted off. These safe natural ingredients remind us that health solutions do not always come from a prescription bottle. They can come from a kitchen shelf, combined with a bit of care and the wisdom of listening to your body. Garlic, turmeric, cinnamon, and ginger each bring their own strengths, yet together they create a gentle harmony for older adults seeking rest. The simple act of preparing one warm cup each night is more than a habit. It is a way of telling your body that it is safe, supported, and ready for healing sleep. And That perhaps is the quiet comfort we all need as the years go by. Habits that work together with one cup. A warm bedtime drink can truly support deeper rest, but the benefits become stronger when paired with simple daily habits. One important step is adjusting how you drink water. Experts suggest that about 70% of your daily fluids should be consumed before 3 in the afternoon. This timing allows the kidneys to work while you are active, leaving the bladder calmer by bedtime. Many older adults do the opposite, drinking little all day, then catching up with large amounts at dinner. That pattern almost guarantees restless nights. Dinner timing matters too. Eating before 7 gives the body time to digest and reduces pressure on the bladder. Light soups, watery curries, or bowls of fruit after sunset may feel harmless, but they add extra fluid that the bladder cannot ignore while you sleep. Even sleep position influences how often you wake. Doctors often recommend lying on the left side with a pillow between the knees. This reduces strain on the bladder, improves circulation, and helps digestion flow more smoothly. Temperature and clothing also play a role. A bedroom set between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit with light cotton sleepwear creates the best environment for deep rest. Avoiding heavy blankets or synthetic fabrics prevents overheating, which otherwise leads to thirst and increased urine production. Linda, a 70-year-old from California, thought her frequent awakenings were just part of aging. But after moving dinner earlier, drinking water, mainly before afternoon, preparing one warm cup at night, and adjusting her sleep position, she began sleeping 6 uninterrupted hours. She described it as getting her nights back, and her story proves that gentle habits paired with one special cup can bring peaceful rest again. Misconceptions you need to avoid. One of the most common mistakes many older adults quietly believe is that drinking less water during the day will mean fewer bathroom trips at night. It feels logical at first glance, but in reality, the opposite often happens. When you limit fluids too much, the body slips into mild dehydration, causing the blood to thicken and the kidneys to work harder after dark. Instead of resting, they release a burst of urine at night, making you wake up even more often. The better choice is to drink steadily through the morning and early afternoon, then taper off gradually toward the evening. Another frequent misunderstanding is that nighttime urination is only a problem for men because of the prostate. While prostate issues can contribute, women also experience frequent urges as their bladders become more sensitive with age. Blaming only the prostate causes many women to ignore their symptoms when in truth gentle lifestyle changes could bring them relief as well. A third habit many people consider harmless is going to the toilet just in case before bed. Over time, this actually trains the bladder to signal urgency when it is not truly full, creating a cycle of false alarms. The brain learns to wake you, even for small amounts, making the problem worse rather than better. Trusting your natural urge and retraining the bladder to wait can restore calmer nights. Finally, there is the belief that all fruits are healthy at night. While fruits are nutritious, certain choices like oranges, pineapples, and grapes are acidic or watery, irritating the bladder and increasing nighttime trips. Shifting those to earlier in the day and saving gentler options for evening can protect your sleep. These reminders are not restrictions, but simple adjustments helping you realize that restful nights are still within reach when you listen to your body with care. John, a 74-year-old retired engineer living in New York, spent years believing that waking up 3 times a night was simply inevitable. He quietly accepted the fatigue, the heavy mornings, and the quiet frustration of stumbling to the bathroom in the dark. But after learning that the timing of fluids mattered more than the total amount, he began drinking most of his water before mid-afternoon. He also prepared a single warm herbal cup 1 hour before bed instead of sipping tea at 9. Within 2 weeks, his nightly bathroom trips dropped from 3 to just 1. John described it as a gift, saying he felt younger simply because his morning started with energy rather than exhaustion. On the other side of the world, Meera, a grandmother in Bangalore, had a similar struggle. Her nightly ritual included a cup of strong ginger tea at 10, which she believed kept her digestion smooth. Instead, it left her awake at midnight and again at 3. When she switched to a lighter herbal drink, moving her ginger tea to early evening, her sleep improved almost immediately. Meera now sleeps 5 to 6 uninterrupted hours and feels calm enough to enjoy her morning prayers without yawning. George, a 70-year-old from Ohio, faced a different challenge. His diabetes made nighttime urination worse, and the constant disruption left him discouraged. After adding a small pinch of cinnamon to his warm bedtime tea, his blood sugar stabilized and his bathroom visits dropped sharply. George said he felt more in control, no longer at the mercy of his condition. These stories remind us that age is not the end of restful nights. Small changes made with care can restore peace and dignity to your evenings. For many older adults, nighttime urination feels like an unshakable part of aging, a quiet burden that steals rest and leaves mornings heavy. But it is important to know this is not an unchangeable fate. Most cases can be improved with small, consistent habits, and thousands of seniors have already shown that better sleep is still within reach. Restful nights are not gone forever, and your mornings do not have to begin with exhaustion. Even the smallest change can bring surprising results. Something as simple as finishing most of your water before mid-afternoon, sipping one warm herbal cup before bed, or adjusting your sleep posture can make a difference in just a few days. Imagine what life would feel like if you gained 2 or 3 extra hours of uninterrupted rest. Those hours can restore your energy, sharpen your mind, and remind you that your body is still capable of balance. That is why I encourage you to take one step today. Try these adjustments for 3 nights in a row and see how your body responds. Pay attention to the way you wake in the morning, the clarity in your thoughts, and the lightness in your mood. Then share your results with us, because your story may inspire another person who is quietly searching for hope. Type the word hope in the comments if you are ready to begin your journey toward peaceful nights. And if this message feels meaningful to you, please subscribe so you can continue receiving gentle, practical guidance for senior health. Share it with friends, neighbors, or loved ones who may also need support. Together, we can create a circle of encouragement, proving that restful nights are possible at any age. As we reach the end of this journey, let us pause and remember the simple truth we have uncovered together. One small cup prepared with the right ingredients and taken at the right time can truly transform your nights. It is not about drastic changes or complicated routines, but about listening to your body and giving it what it quietly needs. With consistency, this gentle habit can bring longer, deeper rest and restore mornings that feel lighter, clearer, and full of strength. So tonight, as you prepare for sleep, may you carry this thought with you. May your nights be peaceful, free from constant awakenings and restless hours. May your mornings greet you with energy, clarity, and a renewed sense of hope that carries into each day. Remember that you deserve rest not as a luxury, but as a right. You have cared for others all your life, and now it is time to care for yourself with the same love and patience. And before we say goodbye, I invite you to stay connected. In our next video, we will explore more gentle ways to protect sleep and strengthen health in later years. Until then, I wish you calm nights, brighter mornings, and the quiet confidence that better rest is still within your reach.